Hi everyone, welcome back to BookCravings. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about my trip to London last week. I'm finally back to Brazil and I had a great time there. And I also would like to show you guys the books I bought in London. So I went into two different bookshop crawls. The first day I went to a second-hand bookshop crawl alone. And next day I met Mimi from OokBooks and Reija from Bofinkins. I put a link for her channels in the description box. And I'd like to show you guys the books I bought. I went into some really nice second-hand bookshops and some of them had amazing vintage books but really expensive, especially in comparison to the prices I've seen before on eBay, on Eyre Books and other sites that sell vintage books. So I didn't buy vintage stuff I wanted, but it was really expensive. So I managed to find a copy of Little Man at Skoob Books. Here we go. This one is really hard to find and I really wanted it deeply, and I was really lucky because it was Skoob Books is like huge. It's by far the biggest second-hand bookshop I've been, and this is a nice thing, but it's also really difficult to find stuff inside the store. So it was really a coincidence that I've seen this book here there, and it cost me only £6.50. So half the price of a new book, and it's in pristine condition, you know, maybe a little dusty and yellowish, but great condition considering it's a second-hand book, and that I paid half the price of a new one. And it is impossible to find this copy here. I've been looking for it for a long time on many websites, new or second-hand, and I've never found it. So I was really lucky and really happy I managed to buy it there. Next day I met Reija and Mimi and we had a great time. It was a little different thing for me because I'm really antisocial and I'm really shy, socially awkward person, you know. Yes, my family was like, oh, you will meet some friends there from YouTube. Interesting. I was like, yeah, it's true. I'm not lying. And so, yeah, it was really fun. And we went into some different bookshops, and let me show you guys what I bought. We went to Persephone Books and I really wanted to buy at least one copy there because, you know, it's a different publisher, it's more like an independent bookshop, and it's called Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day by Winifred Watson. And the design of these books from Persephone Books are really interesting. These are paperbacks. Oops, bookmarker. These are like paperbacks, but the design is really interesting. They are gray with this dust jacket with flaps, and inside we have gray book and with interesting end papers that imitate like fabric patterns. Next, we went to Hatchards. The day before I went there, I couldn't resist, and I found this one here, the Blue Fairy book from the Rainbow Fairy Books by Folio Society. Mimi has lots of them. She has a great video showing them to you guys if you want to watch, if you want to know more about the collection. And yeah, I thought they were beautiful. The last summer sale by Folio Society, I bought 3 of them half price, and I was a little excited to continue collecting them, but it will be really difficult. Anyways, I found the blue one. The next day I went there with the girls and I managed to buy this little book here. It's Lyra Oxford by Philip Pullman. It's a really nice and tiny hardcover copy. I had so little time in Oxford. It was really frustrating. I hope the next time I'm in the UK I'll be able to stay at least a couple of days in Oxford. But yeah, I bought this little hardcover copy here, and this one I'll put on the top of my TBR because I can't wait for the Book of Dust that will be released soon by Philip Pullman. And so I said goodbye to the girls, we had lunch, we had a great time, and I went back to the hotel because I was like my feet were killing me, my back, I had to carry many things, and I stayed there for a while. But it is summer in the UK. Here in Brazil is winter, by the way, and and the sun goes down there at 9 p.m. and I was like in the auto, I guess I have to go out again. So I went, by recommendation of the Twitter account of Folio Society, I went into Hatchards and Selfridges, and there I found some amazing books by Folio Society. At Hatchards they have like amazing vintage books, and they have Folio Society limited editions and other kinds of limited editions that on display, and you are able to peruse them and touch them, and yeah, awesome. And there I bought this one here. It is the Red Fairy book. Look at this cover, guys. Oh my god. Made me talk a lot about the Folio Society edition of The Wind in the Willows. We've seen it on Hatchards when we went there. So the last day I was in London, I decided that the last book I would buy it will be The Wind in the Willows, the Folio Society edition. So I did it, and I don't regret, because yes. So this was the last book I bought in London. But before I left Brazil, I bought 2 books online to be delivered at the hotel I was staying in. So the first one was a perfect new Folio Society copy of Elizabeth Gaskell, North and South. I did a review. I'll put a link here, because this book is now like one of my favorite books of all times. I strongly recommend it. This book is really nice, and I really wanted a nice hardback copy, so I managed to find this one. It was inside a cellophane wrap. It's cloth bound with some nice illustrations. It's a copy released by Folio Society. Let me see the year here. I guess it's the first printing is 2003, but this one here is the third printing, released in 2005. So it was like a great finding, because the book was inside the original cellophane wrap, and yeah, the price was really fair. So I bought it on a website called hcbooks.com. Yeah, I guess this is the right name of the bookshop, and this bookshop has some really nice Folio Society copies. I was really happy when it arrived at the hotel. And well, since I went to London, I wanted to see the manuscript of Jane Eyre, written by Charlotte Bronte, and the manuscript is the only copy, and it is in the British Library, and it's possible to see it. But the process of seeing it was so confusing and bureaucratic that I was really discouraged. So I read on an article at The Guardian, an article from December 2016, that a new publisher house, a French publisher house, was specializing on releasing manuscript copies of great classics, and that they were releasing a limited editions of the manuscript of Jane Eyre, the complete thing. They were digitizing the work in the British Library, and they would sell these copies. So I was like, holy Lord, I need it. And I bought it as my birthday gift and Christmas also. Because it was really expensive and I wasn't planning spending that kind of money, but I was like, I must do it now, because it costs like $100 to send it to Brazil, and it was free to send it from to London specifically. So I was like, yeah, this is the right time. I hope it will arrive on time, because I was afraid I would leave London and the book would, go to the hotel and there won't be a Renata to receive it there. So I was really emotional because I was like, oh my god, it's so risky what I'm doing and so much money involved. But I wanted it badly. It's been a long time since I wanted something so badly, so I bought it. And here we have, it is a big box, as you may see. So here we have Jane Eyre Manuscript, Édition de Saint-Père. My French is not in good shape. And the back we have Charlotte Bronte, like a signature here, and it's a facsimile manuscript copy, limited edition. They released 1,000 copies. Originally, Charlotte Bronte sent to her publisher 3 volumes because the publisher wanted a romance in 3 volumes. So she did exactly as the editor asked. And her handwriting is really clear and sharp, with some words crossed and changed, some passages. She did some minor changes, and my god, it's like overwhelming, you know. I get really emotional about this one. This book bears the number 993, and I don't know if they sell these copies in order, but if they do it, it means that they have more 7 boxes available. So I was really lucky. Yeah, it's really nice. Here we have a Jane Eyre by Carabel, volume 1st, and she like scratched the name Carabel. Chapter 1st. There was no possibility of taking a walk that day. We had been wandering indeed in the leafless shrubbery an hour in the morning, but since dinner, Mrs. Reed, when there was no company, dined early, and so far and so on. It's something that you really can read, and wow, the quality of this manuscript is overwhelming, is amazing. This one is a gem. I'm really happy. So as I said before, I had a great time in London. London is one of the most amazing bookish cities. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and then my next one will be like back to Brazil haul, because when I arrived here I had many books waiting for me, many boxes waiting to be opened. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.